Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Well, hello there, Leo Moon. Our moon cycles are speeding up a little bit. We're coming up into that staggered moon era where we start mixing and mingling those energies more aggressively. We did it a little bit with the last new moon. We had a little Cancer energy on that 3-day moon cycle, and that is going to continue for a little bit for this part of the season. This new moon is even a black moon coming up. So lots of preparation. This Leo energy is going to switch quickly, but it's a very important step. It's that fixed fire. Virgo season is right around the corner, and once we get into Virgo, we're going to be really cooking. And when you're cooking, you want a nice, even heat. Keep it steady, keep it balanced, and get things boiling and really moving and doing the stuff. So with this Leo energy, I think it's just called The Wolf by the Yeahs, and sensory deprivation tanks are the couple of things that I was pulling out. The sensory deprivation, I think, is more the energy surrounding the wolf. It's that feeling of heightened senses because you take everything away and everything gets even more aware. It's a special kind of alertness that comes from that complete darkness. And that is the energy, that is the vibe. I can just feel like those glowing eyes in the night, and it's not like a growl, or I can like feel the growl like stuck in the back of the wolf's jaw. It's not escaping their mouths. They're not making the noise, but they're kind of poising their jawline, preparing to growl or howl. It's that moment just before we let something out, let something release. So where we're going, what we're doing, the way that I pulled that's funny. Okay. I have the Seven of Swords being revealed, but it's technically at the bottom of everything. It's like the sneakiness was supposed to be a surprise ending, but we see it coming. So I almost want to jump right to it. Like, I already know this trap is laid. I see it from ahead. So I almost want to go jump right into it in order to get the fight over with. And that might be this Knight of Wands energy kind of pushing and pulling me along, like, no, let's get into the mystery. Let's solve this thing. Let's get to the very bottom. I want to see what's in these catacombs, what's in these tombs, what's being hidden, what's being concealed. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. We feel very deeply about this. It's very Indiana Jones, like like the hidden lake under the temple with this Page of Cups. Fierce and brave knight, and the emotional page. The alchemy is almost almost even though. It's almost perfectly balanced. That fire to that water, the boiling point, the night being that fixed energy, that Leo fire that's hit its perfect temperature. And now the oceans, the waters are going to start to boil. And we're going to be really cooking now. See, that stuff's taken off. Whatever is happening next, we're reaching that alchemical point where things are changing, stuff's taking off. We're going in new directions, moving in new places, doing new, exciting things. Six of Wands. It's a joyous journey. Usually I see this card as coming home, but I feel like this is going out. I feel like it's a going away party. He's not going away to war. He's going away to represent something. This golden armor isn't to show off for the enemy. It's to show off for the allies and resources that are external, out there further. This is the venture point. And that Knight of Pentacles really iterates it. Well, it is the same guy. It sure looks like the same guy, right? They're pretty darn close. Yeah. We're celebrating where he's going, what he's doing, and it's not harsh negative. It's not a battle. It's not a fight. It's a great send off to the next elevation. And boy, will there be a journey. Hey, guess what, kids? You're starting another journey. Oh, that's right. Everything takes time to get to, doesn't it? It's going to take the patience and the fortitude, the preparation and the planning. But that's what Virgo season is here for. To get those routines, those steps, those patterns and habits in line. How to keep that heat and fire burning and pushing us forward while taking in just the right amount of water to sustain us and last for as long as it takes to get to where it is that we need to go. We've got a great presentation. The Page of Wands looks like she wants to be impressed. Ah, there's the Queen of Swords under there. Okay. It's like somebody wants to be impressed. I don't know why the Knight of Wands turned over as I rose the page. That's interesting. You can only activate one at a time. Is that true? I've been operating in a triple goddess kind of mode of child, adult, and elder, all kind of mixed, mashed, and mingled in a cycle circle of one. But the way that this card turned this card, they do have to take turns, even if we are all three of those things. Even if we live through our inner child, our adult, and our elder, we can only use one at a time. So we have to pull out the right one to impress this queen. Because there is an impression to be made somewhere. And the only person that I want to tell you that you need to impress is yourself. Because if you are performing, it should be for you. You should be performing for your own entertainment, for your own growth and learning process. It's not about performing to impress somebody else, or it can't be about performing to impress somebody else. That doesn't mean that your performance isn't impressing somebody else. That there aren't people out there who are taking note, pointing you out, and preparing to extend an offer. Now, of course, for where any offers are being made or met, understand that there is a danger lurking. There's a trap laid out there. So keeping yourself in that awareness, in that best decisive judgment. Yes, no. Stick with your guns, stick with your guts, trust your intuition, and don't question yourself. You know what you know, and the more that you try to examine these swords of truth that we are claiming, the foggier it will get. The more we try to integrate or interpret that experience or knowledge or understanding with the outside world. These are internal lessons. This is just for you to figure out. And I know we just want to share. We just want somebody to hear the things that are just for us because we feel like they're really valuable. But sometimes we really just have to keep it to ourselves, wait for that right moment. When somebody asks the right question, you can pop it off because you have the answer. But till that time, the lesson is keep it quiet, keep it still. We're in sensory deprivation for a reason. We are heightening our awareness for a reason so that we can see and discern what is good and what is right for us and what is not. I love it. Little breaks, little interruptions, little disruptions to the institutions. This is a change of energy. 8 wands, 10 swords, 4 pentacles. All fell at the feet of our brave Knight of Pentacles who is venturing out for resource. The 8 of Wands reversed, I want to say that there's those blockages that are unexpected, those stopping points. We may have more things, more cycles, additional quests that we are closing out. This is the narrowing down point. This is the elimination process that we are about to be transitioning through. So what has yet to fall, we have to trust, is still guided and meant to direct you towards your foundation and your new structure. We are going to be redefining our 4 corners of existence, and we're going to be bringing those things in together in a different kind of way than maybe we have even imagined for ourselves. Something about surprising results. Like you're going to do something and it's not going to have the results that you expect. But I don't feel like it's a bad surprise. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. We have the Ace of Cups on the top and the Fool on the bottom, and it feels very bright and very warm after that dark and stormy night. But it's a soothing storm to some. Oh, there's a card underneath this. We have Death. And what was perfectly buried beneath it was the Ten of Wands. Major cycles are being called to be closed out. We're going to be questioning our actions, our desires, what drives us, what motivates us, what moves us. In this circumstance and scenario, I want us as the collective to take on the role of this death bringer, this harbinger of death. And what we are calling forward is our own thoughts, actions, and motivations for what drives us. Some alignments need to be getting right with the Lord. Is this truly the path that I want to take? Is this the thing that I want to entertain? Because, like I said, a lot of these cycles are going to have to be closed out. They're going to have to, we're going to have to bring these things to an end so that we can open up into that next cycle, that next movement. You have to clear the ground before you plant the seeds. And those staggered moons are good representations of delayed seeds, late planting, and irregular growth cycles. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Foundational repair. There's a foundation, settlement, a sediment, and a structure that is being repaired. I couldn't help but be pulled into this cave to accept the healing and the repair that I know is inside. We're still building, we're still growing, we're still moving along our journey. And through everything, yeah, that Pegasus, that white horse is not only our power, but it is our guide along this path. And as we tear down, move, clear out, and close out these cycles of um, burden and overactivity, we're going to need to replace those things that we are taking out and putting in new bricks, new foundations, new structures, new patterns, rituals, and thought processes. Because you can't just put a thing down and leave yourself with an empty hole in yourself, in your day, in your rituals or routines. You have to pick something else up. You will always replace something with something else when you are in transition. So being choosy about what bricks, what foundations we put in the place so that we can properly heal. It's very important. It's a very important lesson. I feel like we are kind of closing out. I'm also sort of kind of losing my voice a little bit. But this foundational structure is going to have an irregular growth cycle. There might also be children who are experiencing an irregular growth cycle, whether it's real children around you or your inner child. It's going to go through some things in a way that might seem like it's skipping steps, but know and understand that anybody can do anything. And we can work with an irregular growth cycle. We can still grow from a delayed seed. We can still repair. Anything that we outgrow too quickly can be replaced, though we may need some extra support along the way. But not only are we receiving support, but we are also supporting others. And that's why this tandem, this cycle, and maintaining patience with yourself, knowing that you might not physically experience those results immediately, can give you that level of calm and awareness to bring yourself down into that sensory deprivation tank experience of being hungry like the wolf, but instead of howling out with hunger, we're containing our growl and our aggression to utilize it, keeping ourselves quiet so that we can be more effective hunters and gather what it is that we truly need and want with that discerning hand, beak and tooth. All right. I think that's all I have for us. Thus we say, it's time to go. Thanks, kids. Have a fantastic moon, and we'll see you next time.